Hey everybody, Captain B-Nard back here with another Wi-Fi battle. So we're just going to go ahead and get right into it. And this one is going to be against Quack, another random person offline. And as you can see, I am using the same team I've been using the past several videos. So we're going to take a peek and see what they're using. And so it looks to be a pretty solid looking team there. A sun team of sorts, it looks like. So what do I want to lead with here? I think I'm going to just lead with the Toxtricity. Seems like a pretty solid choice. And we'll see what they want to do here. See how it works out. Alrighty, so there she is, and she is going to go ahead and lead with the Torkoal, actually, as I'm going to lead with the Toxtricity, of course, and the Drought, of course, is going to activate to turn the Sunlight harsh. So I think I'm just going to go for an overdrive here, trying to get as much damage as possible right out of the gate. I do outspeed this thing, which is nice. I have the Punk Rock ability, max special attack, and that is not quite enough to take this thing out. Unfortunately, it lives in the red. Goes for the Stealth Rock to get that entry hazard set up on me, which does kind of suck, but that is okay. So I think this time around, just going to probably go for the Volt Switch in case she decides to save this. But nope, she's just going to let it go down. So Volt Switch will definitely knock this thing out. Critical hit did not matter, of course, at that point. So that will take care of the Torkoal and drop her to 5 Pokemon, as I do get the mandatory switch. The only bad thing about this is I do have to show first. I think I'm just going to go into the Hydreigon and see what she wants to do. Since she would have the switch advantage regardless, so I'm going to come in with the Heliolisk, probably Solar Power more than likely. But I am definitely going to outspeed thanks to the Choice Scarf, so I'm just going to go for a Draco Meteor on this thing. And I do outspeed, and I don't miss Draco, so that's good. And that is just going to one-shot kill this thing outright, so that is pretty nice. I do get the Harsh Special Attack drop, no big deal. But make quick work of that Heliolisk there and drop her down to 4 Pokemon, so that's great for me, obviously. So then she's going to come in the Leafeon, and that will force me to switch, I think, because at -2 special attack, I can't do much to this thing. So I'm just going to switch in with... Might as well just switch in my Snakenado, the Sandaconda, as my physical wall to hopefully take any attack this thing throws. And I take the Stealth Rock damage. It actually goes for a Swords Dance, so that's not good. Get that sharp attack increase, so definitely not good there. I think I'm just going to... I don't want to miss a Stone Edge, and I just kind of need to get damage on this thing, so I think I'm just going to Outrage here, and just gonna go for a Solar Blade. And unfortunately, the sun is still up, so it does not have to charge. But I am max physical defense, but even so, it is not enough to actually survive. But that is going to trip my Sandspit ability to get rid of the sun, thankfully, and put the sand up. Is going to take some damage from the Rocky Helmet, but Unfortunately, that is going to knock out my Sandaconda, dropping me to 5 Pokemon, and then she's going to take all that residual damage there. So, with the sun being gone, I am going to outspeed this thing now, which is good with my other Pokemon, if I so choose. But I think I am going to actually come back in with the Toxtricity here. And I do take the Stealth Rocks, so I think I'm just gonna Sludge Bomb here, no reason not to. She's gonna go for the switch here, and she's gonna switch in the Ninetales actually. So I'm gonna go ahead and set the sun back up there with the drought. So I guess I probably should have anticipated that. That's okay. Sludge Bomb is going to knock this thing down by a little more than half, and I do get the poison as well, so that's nice. And then I'm going to regain some health with the Black Sludge as she's going to take some damage from the poison. So, just going to go ahead and Volt Switch again here, as it looks like she's going to go for the Overheat. So I am max HP, but unfortunately in the sun I am not going to be able to take one of those, so that sucks. That's going to take out my Toxtricity there and drop me to 4 Pokemon. And then actually going to activate the Eject Pack there on the Ninetales, so that's actually pretty interesting, but smart since she can save a Sunsetter. So going to come back in with the Leafeon here, so that's not good since this thing is more than likely Chlorophyll. So I think at this point I'm probably going to want to come back in the Aegislash here. So that is what I'm going to do. And I do take the rocks, and I believe I'm just going to go for an Iron Head here to try and get hopefully some good damage on this thing. And she's going to go for a Dynamax here, so that's interesting. So there's the Dynamaxed Leafeon. And she is going to go for a max Quake actually, so that's interesting. That's probably going to come off of a dig or something. And I do get an epic 4 HP survive there. That's awesome. Aegislash putting in that work. That is going to trip my weakness policy as well to raise my attack and special attack sharply. Going to take some Life Orb damage. I'm going to switch to Blade form now, and I'm going to nail this thing with an Iron Head, and it is not going to be enough to take this thing out, but hopefully maybe a Shadow Sneak will, so I'm going to go for that, although it is Dynamax, so maybe not. And it is enough, thankfully, so Aegislash coming in clutch there, averting disaster, getting rid of that Leafeon. That was awesome. That was a pretty awesome turn of events there. So, nice work, Aegislash. And that is going to lead her into the Whimsicott. So, that will put her at 3 Pokemon as well to my 4. So, at this point, I might as well just Shadow Sneak for some chip. No reason not to. So, that is what I'm going to do. And that is going to take this thing down by about 3/4 actually. So, that attack boost from the weakness policy, but she is just going to hit me with a Moonblast in return to finish off the Aegislash, dropping me down to 3 Pokemon as well, but that is okay. And then just go ahead and regain some HP there with the leftovers. So we're going to go ahead, I think, come in with I think we're going to come in with the Frostmoth here. And should be able to put some work in here, hopefully. What do I want to do here? I think I'm going to... Quiver Dance, actually. So she's actually going to Leech Seed, so that's interesting. That's completely fine. So that's going to let me get a Quiver Dance up to raise my special attack, special defense, and speed. So that's pretty sweet. So I'm going to regain some more health with the leftovers, and then I'm going to lose some HP to the Leech Seed, but that is okay. Should be, rather. So I think I might just go for another Quiver Dance here because I don't sense any real danger from this thing. So I'm just going to do that and see what happens. It's going to protect, so actually that's great to stall out another turn of Leech Seed, but that is going to come back to bite her for sure now that I'm going to get that second Quiver Dance up. So Frostmoth is ready to go to work here at +2 special attack, special defense, and speed. So she's going to get more HP back from the leftovers and the Leech Seed. However, I don't know if she could really take a +2 Ice Beam, but we're going to find out. And actually still going to outspeed me, though, which is interesting, despite my 2 boosts. But that is going to do nothing thanks to my 2 boosts. Plus, I am max special defense with the Icy Scales ability. And an Ice Beam at +2 is just going to blow this thing away and drop her down to 2 Pokemon. So that is pretty awesome. So Frostmoth is in the driver's seat now, as she's going to come in with the Dracovish. So we're just going to hopefully outspeed this thing and Bug Buzz here. And we are not going to outspeed this thing, so that kind of sucks. And it's just going to kill us. So that sucks. That's going to knock me down to 2 Pokemon. So I was kind of hoping to outspeed that thing, but no, that was not to be. So it must be Scarf, I'm thinking, since was at +2 speed there. So if it's Scarf, it's locked into that Fishious Rend. So I'm going to take that damage there from the rocks, and we're gonna go for a Draco Meteor here, hoping no, she's gonna go for a switch here into the Ninetales. So gonna get the Drought once again, and gonna go for the Draco Meteor. Thankfully I don't miss, and that will definitely from that range obliterate this thing. So I do get that harsh special attack drop, which does suck. That will knock out the Ninetales, dropping her to that last Pokemon, which is of course going to be the Dracovish, which he's going to come back in with now. So I think to negate my special attack drop, I think I have to switch out here. So, yeah, I think that's what has to happen. Well, yeah, maybe. Well, I could just stay in for Chip. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm just going to do that. So, we're going to go for the Draco, and I miss! So that sucks. And he's going to go for a Dragon Rush, and going to kill me. So, wow, so that really sucks. That definitely did not work. So yeah, that sucks. Alrighty, so that's going to drop me to just 1 Pokemon, which is the Barraskewda. So take those rocks. This is going to be down to the wire. No reason not to Dynamax, but I don't even know if being Dynamaxed I'm going to be able to take a hit from this thing. Best move I have for it is going to be the Max Knuckle. And we're going to see what happens here. It's definitely going to be a close. This thing being Scarf, which I assume it is, I might still outspeed it, though. We'll find out. since I know this thing doesn't have the greatest of speed, and Barraskewda's base speed is very high. So we're going to find out. But no, it does outspeed me. Dragon Rush is not enough to take me out, thankfully. I do survive about half health, a max knuckle, and that is actually not going to do a ton either. So, oof. And I do have the Life Orb recoil. So actually, this is not looking good. But unfortunately, all I can do at this point is go for another max knuckle and hope for the best. And Dragon Rush. And she misses the Dragon Rush, so that's awesome. I get another max knuckle here, and it is enough at +1. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Gonna knock out that Dracovish. And that is game. Whew. That was a close one. So we are going to get that victory, a 1-0 win over Quack, but that was a great match. Very close, very competitive. They don't get much closer than that. Going to take the lead card and going to quit. So an eye for an eye, a miss for a miss, I guess. I did miss the Draco, which was a big swinging point. Then she did miss the Dragon Rush, which swung the momentum back in my favor. So great match. Thanks for watching again, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed it. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, and/or subscribe if you did enjoy, and stay tuned for more new battles in the future. Also, this is actually going to be the last battle that I post with this team. I had a lot of fun using it, as always, and it was very successful for me, but as is always the case, I am going to be putting it to the side now to give you guys something new, something interesting, keep things fresh on the channel, of course. So starting next time, I'm going to have a brand new team for you guys once again. So stay tuned for that. That's it, and we'll see you next time.